speaking to people whose lives were turned upside down after incredible circumstances, leaving their lives unrecognizable. That's what happened to my next guest, Marcy Gregg, who woke up from a coma to a life she did not remember after suffering complications from childbirth at 30 years old. Now imagine, you're married to the love of your life, have 2 young boys, and you have just given birth to your first baby girl. Life couldn't have been better. But shortly after welcoming her daughter into the world, our guest woke up in a hospital bed with no idea where she was, no memory of even having children, being married, or the last 12 years of her life. In her new book, Blank Canvas, Marcy Gregg is opening up about the struggles she faced as she attempted to rejoin a life she has no memory of, and how faith and family helped her find peace in the chaos. Marcy joins us now in studio. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So we're going to go back here because this is so... First of all, thank you, and I read the book, and I'm still trying to process how this happened. It's extraordinary. March 26, 1990, you'd given birth to Callie, your 3rd baby. After giving birth, you developed pneumococcal bacterial meningitis.
Yes.
What is that?
Well, I had a sinus infection when I went in to have Callie, and I blew bacteria into my brain during the actual delivery of the baby. And so I got pneumococcal bacterial spinal meningitis, which is an infection of the brain, and it's a very serious infection.
How common is this?
It's very rare. In fact, they had not seen that many cases of that in the United States.
So you got the infection. Were you being immediately treated for it?
36 hours after she was born, they found me in my room literally screaming of a headache.
Yeah.
And my head was hurting because I had such a high fever. They took me down and they began to work on me. They called my husband and said, "You need to get to the hospital. Marcy's not doing well." And so they came, by the time he got to the hospital, I was in a coma.
So by the time you got there, you're in the coma. You were in a coma for how long?
A week.
A week.
Mm-hmm.
When you woke up,
right,
you remembered nothing?
No, and it was a miracle that I woke up, and I remember nothing.
I mean, the book is Blank Canvas, and as I said, I've read it, but it is, doctor said it was a miracle that you were still with us. Do you remember when you woke up, do you remember? You didn't remember. Like, are you saying, like, you open your eyes, are you like, who are these people?
Yes.
Were you terrified?
I was terrified. I literally woke up and I was tied down because they had me strapped down. So I couldn't move, and had been on a ventilator, so my throat was hurting, my head was hurting. And when I woke up, all the people around me I didn't recognize. Yeah. And then there's a man beside me, and that was who I found out later was my husband, but I didn't recognize him. Now, I had known him.
And y'all had been married 10 years.
But that's the way he looked when I knew him.
Uh-huh.
And that's not the way he looked. He didn't look that way standing next to me in my bed because he was old.
Okay, so that's what I was trying to understand. So what you were able to remember was a snapshot in time. So your husband in his current age was in front of you. You did not recognize him.
No, I didn't recognize him because he was not the 19-year-old man.
Right.
So the guy that tried to kiss me in the hospital, I thought he was the doctor. Yeah.
That's incredible.
It was terrifying.
So how did they understand or learn that really it was the last 12 years? Because it wasn't a complete wash of memory.
It was 13.
13 years.
It was 13 years. Well, we began to kind of go back and realize what had I forgotten?
Yeah.
And we realized I remembered a little bit of college, and I was able to remember Dev. So that was at 17 that I remembered Dev. So we were able to say, well, okay, you remember 17, so you remember meeting Dev, but then Dev
is your husband, so you remember him at 17.
Correct.
But not him at the age he was when this happened.
Correct.
Did you, like, recognize things? For example, when you opened your eyes and you were in a hospital, did you recognize that to be a hospital?
Absolutely. I knew I was in a hospital. I thought I was in Texas. I thought I was at Baylor Hospital in Dallas, Texas, because that's the last place I had lived when I was 17.
I know that you've said that you wouldn't be here without your family and your faith.
My family.
And I have a message from a few people who want to tell you something. Take a look.
Hey Mom, it's Kason. Just wanted to let you know how proud I am of you for all your hard work on this book and how brave I think you are putting yourself out there and telling the world your story. It's going to inspire so many people who read it. I love you so much.
I just got done reading your book and wow, thank you for not giving up on us or giving up on yourself. We are forever grateful for you as our mother.
I just want to start off by saying how proud of you I am. Now that I have 2 little girls, I can't even fathom going through what you went through. Mom, you always shine with God's grace. Thank you for everything you've done for this family, Mom. For what you can remember and what you can't, you are always there for us. And I love you.
I mean, this show is about a life you could not have imagined. A great portion of your life you can't remember. But now these memories, Callie, seeing her there, and the boys. You said everything happens because it's supposed to.
It is. It does. We've got a great blessing.
And you want other people to understand.
I want them to know that God is in control and He has a blessing for us.
Well, the book is beautiful, as I said. Congratulations on getting it done. I know it's not an easy road.
No, it's not.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Marcy's new book, Blank Canvas, will be available tomorrow everywhere books are sold. But y'all don't have to wait till tomorrow because everyone is getting a copy of this incredible